Welcome back, Honestman, Skyrim, Survival. We're here in Markarth with Daenerys Targaryen. We have a bit of business here before we can leave town, and top of the list right now is the Forsworn Conspiracy, which is a quest that began pretty much the moment we entered town. Someone was murdered before our very eyes. The guards quickly struck him down, with my help, of course. But then we were approached by someone who slipped us a note saying they wanted to talk to us at the Temple of Talos. So we are here to follow up on that note and see if we can't figure out what the heck is going on.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do.
What are you referring to exactly?
You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a Forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess.
You want me to find out why?
This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Wayland and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me.
What do you know about the victim, Margaret?
She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn.
Who's this Wayland guy? I don't think I know him.
He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Wayland, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers.
Who are the Forsworn? I'm under the impression that they were basically Nords that were ran out of Markarth.
They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people.
Okay, that's interesting. So they were the natives here? I thought the Nords were the natives here, but I guess not. To Skyrim, that is. You've looked into these murders?
Yes. It all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far. And then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Keep your eyes and ears open.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Yeah, so we'll start our search with Margaret, who was in fact keeping a room at the Silverblood Inn. I don't see much of interest. Ooh, Margaret's journal. Meeting at the Treasury House later today. Took them long enough. These people act like they own everything. Thonar Silverblood is the younger brother, and he's obviously the one in charge. Makes all the deals, bullies local landowners into selling to him. Even employs that wispy girl at the door to deter quote-unquote troublemakers like me. General Tullius is growing impatient, but I'll bring back the deed to Sidhua Mine. On my life, I won't allow a group of Stormcloak sympathizers to own the prison to the most notorious criminals of the Reach. They say no one escapes. Why? Is it really that secure? Maybe I've played my hand too soon by rushing the confrontation with Thonar. There are shadows around every corner in this city, and I know I'm being watched.
You know Elizabeth can't afford to pay me enough for the finest drinks anyhow.
I wasn't...
You. I've seen you snooping around. asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here.
What happens?
Funny. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
Stay out of my business.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Wow, okay.
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want?
My type? What's that supposed to mean? So only the poor and sick live here?
That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the divines you can choose to live somewhere else.
What is this place?
It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here.
Did you know Waylon?
Oh yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now.
Oh, he was the killer. I just now pieced that together. Can I have the key to his room?
Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here.
That's fine, I'll pick it. Well, but you can trust me.
Trust is hard to come by here. But all right. All right then.
Here we go. Note. Waylon, you've been chosen to strike fear in the heart of the Nords. Go to the market tomorrow. You will know what to do. Signed, N.
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson.
I don't listen to threats.
You'll listen to this. Come on, let's see what you're made of. Good as dead.
Had enough?
You mangy piece of pit bait.
Talk, or I send you to the gods.
I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. He told me to make sure you didn't get in the way. That's all I know, I swear.
Alright, we figured out who N is.
The Treasury House is really just for patrons of the Silverblood family. You don't belong here.
Rude.
I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons.
Who's in charge here?
You want Thonar Silverblood.
I do.
He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep.
Yeah, I need to see Thonar.
I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business.
But he's expecting me.
Oh, I'm sorry to keep you. Head right in. I have records I need to tend to.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear?
What are you doing here? I told them no visitors.
I'm here to talk about Margaret.
The Imperial agent. That's right, I knew. How many dogs is the Empire going to send after me? This is my business. My city. You Empire lovers should learn to stay out of it. Now get out! What? By the gods, Betsy! What was that?
What the shit? Nana.
my wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside.
Are you gonna talk now?
Fine. You want to know what the Forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control.
You made a deal with them?
When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanach brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little Forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control.
Tell me more about this mine.
My prison. The source of half the silver in Skyrim. The most secure prison in Tamriel. No one escapes. I thought keeping Madanach down there would keep him under control.
So it's slave labor. The prisoners are workers. The Forsworn have a king?
Madanach. The king in rags. While we were off fighting the elves in the Great War, Madanach was busy ruling over the Reach. Until Ulfric came and put them down.
I don't actually want to, quote, take care of Madanach. I feel like I want to be on his side, if anything. But this is the only dialogue option open to me, so here we go. Want me to take care of Madanach?
You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanach are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death in Sidna Mine for this. Now get out of my house.
What are you even talking about? How is any of this in any way even remotely my fault?
The Silverblood family will be hurt.
Okay, Betrid Silverblood. Okay, so his wife got killed right here. That's what I kind of missed with the door closed and my back to the action. Okay, our final stop here is Nepos' house.
Excuse me. What's your business here?
I'm here to see the old man.
We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send her in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
Yes?
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want?
You sent that thug after me.
Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years. Sending the young to their deaths. All in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired.
Why?
Because my king told me to. Madanach. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question.
You mentioned an uprising.
Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others.
Tell me more about this king of yours.
He is the king in rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick.
Yeah, and they're not even enemies of the Forsworn. They're enemies of these stupid Silverbloods. But why are you telling me all this?
My dear girl, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last.
I can kill everyone in here.
I'm sorry, but you're not leaving alive.
Prepared to die.
Stop hitting me with that fire. Jerk. Okay, he does have a journal on him. I grow guilt-ridden in my old age. So many of the young sent to their deaths. All in the name of the Forsworn. All in the name of Madinach. My king, who watches us from behind the iron bars of Sidna Mine. How long have I served you? Since the uprising against the Nords? Was there ever a time when all that violence hasn't overshadowed our destinies? What choice do I have but to do as I am instructed? Oh, shit.
We warned you, but you had to just go and cause trouble. Now we have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work.
What'd you do with Eltrius?
Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madinach until you and Eltrius started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the king in rags when you're in Sidna Mine.
Okay. No, that's perfect. I'm the breaker of chains. I'm gonna get those people out of there.
You'll never see the sun again, you hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it?
I'm actually a little deaf on the left side here.
Don't get smart with me. I'm in charge. You keep it up, I'll have your toes cut off. All right. Open her up. Now you, get down there.
There's our guy.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
Oh, this isn't our guy.
What are you in for, new blood?
Nothing. I'm innocent.
Innocent? So was I, for the first one. The other murders were all me, though. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma.
Where's Madinach?
If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madinach, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkul the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkul the Beast.
Who's that?
Madinach's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that.
Where are the guards?
They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any.
So what are you in for?
A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here.
Why'd you join the Forsworn?
Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in their blood.
You mentioned a shiv.
Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it.
Yes. I know skoom's a drug. Is that currency here?
Bottles of moon sugar. Khajiit use it as a pick-me-up. Good way to pass the time. Prisoners smuggle the stuff in. Only currency we have down here.
Right.
Until next time.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh?
You don't look so tough. I'm gonna take a look around first. Okay, pickaxe. Better than nothing. Alright, you don't look so bad, actually. Maybe we can parlay here.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh?
I've never been caught murdering anyone.
Liar.
I need to see Madnak.
You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving.
But Madnak is expecting me.
The only thing Markarth expects is a bottle of skooma in tribute ever so often. You're not getting through.
Alright, alright. I'll pay the toll.
That's right. Turn around and leave.
One of these clowns has to have a shiv. Yeah, he mentioned one did, that's right.
I'm innocent. The Nords framed me. I was nowhere near that murder weapon. Until next time.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
I need shiv.
Ah, you want protection? I can get you what you need. Maybe you could do something for me first. Duak has a bottle of skooma. Finest distilled moon sugar. I'm shaking just thinking about it.
Okay.
Thank you, friend. Don't worry. I'll have that shiv ready for you.
So I got it. Probably got it keistered.
Other prisoners get suspicious when we talk to each other, so keep it down.
I hear you have some skooma.
You give me one more look, and I cut you open. That skooma's mine.
But I need it.
Getting the shakes, huh? All right, take it. Old gods keep you. All right, then.
I was sent here.
Alright, I've got your skooma.
Here's your shiv. Promise you won't ever use it on me, okay?
Uh-huh. I'm innocent. The Nords framed me. I was nowhere near that.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
I need to see the old man.
Ready to pay the toll? One shiv.
Here you go.
All right, head on in. But don't try anything in there. Markarth is smarter than you think. All right, then.
Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast, caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed?
You have a lot to answer for.
Do I? What about you? What right did you have to meddle in my affairs? Kill my people? Was it worth it? Your truth? You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of the Nords stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you.
Okay, go on.
There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is.
Okay. I want to know about Thanar.
I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Thonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control.
You're not? Tell me more about the Forsworn.
This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are. The Forsworn. Criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. Our vengeance will come.
I'm supposed to hear your story.
My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists?
It was in Helgen. I was being sent to the executioner.
So you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside?
Yes, but they're far from Skyrim.
I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Madanak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver.
I'm sorry to hear what happened to you.
My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up.
See, that's not a great attitude. Your story doesn't justify all these murders.
I'm not Madanak. I was never a leader of the Forsworn. The only anger I can justify is my own. But every family in the Reach has a story like mine. There are no innocent onlookers in this struggle, just the guilty and the dead.
How long have you been here?
Long enough.
I talked to him.
Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting.
Okay. You'll help me escape then?
Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Sidna Mine for good.
I'm gonna need a shiv for that.
Ah, Bork will muscle one out of you on your way in? Fine. Take this one. Our struggle is our people's struggle.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
you're back. Have you done what I asked?
He's dead.
You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.
What's going on, Madanach? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the Forsworn!
I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go.
Where did this tunnel come from?
It's a little gift from the dwarves. Who knew they would end up helping our cause? We have to move. We'll talk more once we see the sky. What was that?
Never should have.
That your best? Huh? Damn you! Good work. Get ready while I have a word with our favorite outsider. I had Kai recover all the things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old magics. Something to remember me by.
What happens now?
Now, I announce to all of Markarth that I have returned. Don't worry about your name. They'll know who to blame and fear after today. It'll take years, but I'll organize the Forsworn again. We'll reclaim our land, and then when power is ours, we'll have peace. A kingdom. Until then, let me offer you a warning. Beware the Forsworn. No place in the Reach is safe from us now.
Hey!
Over here! I'll kill you!
You don't have to... You're ready to die today! Damn you!
My eyes inside Sidna Mine tell me that Madanach is dead. You've done a great service to the Silver Blood family. I've had the Jarl officially pardon you and take care of a few other loose ends.
You and your thugs arrested me in the first place.
And you've proven that was the best move I could have made. Don't give me that look, you're free to go. Here, how about a little token for your efforts? My family's ring and all the things the guards confiscated from you when you were jailed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to figure out how we're going to fill our recently emptied mine.
Come quietly or taste the Jarl's justice. Your name's been cleared by Dona Silverblood.
Yeah.
Consider yourself lucky.
Consider yourself lucky, buddy. I'm definitely not going to call it easy, but that's how you get all of the rewards for that quest. We received the Armor of the Old Gods for helping those guys, quote-unquote, escape. The piece that's particularly noteworthy here, I think, is the gauntlets, which do plus 20% bow damage, which is very good for us. In addition, we received the Silverblood Family Ring, which is a 15% buff to weapon and armor improvements. So that's pretty nice as well. Normally it'd be a choice between the two, depending how you navigate things, but I was able to successfully play both sides. And now there is one last thing we want to do before we leave Markarth.
If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there.
What's the Hall of the Dead?
New to Skyrim? I was confused at first too. The Nords call their mausoleums the Hall of the Dead. It's where people in the city are buried. Fathers, forefathers, mothers, foremothers.
Why can't I go in there?
I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon.
I could help you if you tell me.
All right. I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been eaten. Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside. We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arkay will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. Tread lightly in the hall. You don't know what's in there.
Not many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear. I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls. It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay. I will tell you everything you have forgotten. You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands you. You can let go of your guilt.
Guilt? What are you talking about?
A lot of our kind block out the memory of their first meal. The shame is too much. But you don't need to hide anymore. Namira, the Lady of Decay, accepts you for what you are. She has a place for us where we can sate our appetites without judgment.
Where is this place?
It's inside Reachcliff Cave. But the dead have stirred from their slumber recently, and I was forced here. Meet me there. We'll fight our way to Namira's embrace together. Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
You've returned. What happened in the Hall of the Dead?
It's safe now.
Divines preserve you. You're a hero. We'll reopen the hall right away. Here, take my amulet as a reward. Arkay protect you.
Okay, our destination is Reachcliff Cave here, southeast of Markarth. We don't have anything really close, but this Dwemer Ruin isn't too bad. So we'll pop over there and then head northeast. Okay, no issues on the walk over. Managed to stay clear of any wildlife. Here we go.
You've come. The Draugr infesting Namira's sanctuary are inside.
Well, I could use a hand if you're willing.
I was hoping you would say that.
Let's do it. Ooh, Death Lord. That's not ideal. How is that not hitting it? You just can't see me. And my arrows are going right through these guys. She's pretty formidable, actually. Good thing. Yeah, my arrows were seriously going through these guys. That was a total jip. How is that not a hit? Again. She's just taking all the aggro. Oh, he's gonna come alive. We're falling.
I will drink your blood and feast on your flesh. You are granted victory.
You're just full of all sorts of tricks, aren't you? Shit.
Shrine of Daenerys is further inside. Keep going.
That looks bad. Dragon Priest.
Grind your bones for my bread. I will drink your blood and feast on your flesh. And you thought I was just a pretty face.
let's get this over with.
You've done it. The shrine is ours again. Now we need to prepare a grand feast to welcome you to Namira's coven. You will have the honor of bringing a fresh kill for the main course, and I know the perfect person.
Who?
A priest filled with the taste of an easy life, Brother Verilus from Markarth. Give him this gold. Tell him you need Arkay's help exploring an old cavern for treasure. And when he stands in Namira's presence, she will take care of the rest. Say hello to Verilus for me.
Yes.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Brother Verilus. I'm in need of a priest in my travels.
You are looking for Arkay's protection while you delve some dank tomb, I take it?
Indeed.
My duties keep me busy in Markarth. I don't know if I can help you.
I mean, there would be treasure.
Treasure, you say?
Indeed.
I suppose the Jarl won't mind if I'm gone for a little while. Lead on.
Yeah, it's the spirit.
Who are you? What's going on?
Priest of Arkay. I'm your friend.
You're my... friend?
Yes, I'm your friend, and I've invited you to dinner.
I've been invited to dinner. I'm so hungry.
Why don't you lay down and rest while we get the meal ready?
I need to lay down. I'll just be a minute.
Come with me. Our feast is about to begin.
Ah, the new disciple. I hear you have quite the appetite.
The meal is on Namira's table. Go ahead, carve. He looks so sweet. Go ahead, have the first bite.
Brother Valerius's still warm body lies before you. Eat.
Mortal, I am Namira, the Lady of Decay. Your consumption of the blood and bile of Arkay's own is pleasing to me. I give you my ring. Wear it, and when you feast on the flesh of the dead, I will grant you my power.
Thank you, my lady.
Wallow in your wretchedness, my newest champion.
I knew when you walked into the Hall of the Dead that you were special.
And this is the Ring of Namira. Stamina is increased by 50, but that's not really the draw. The draw is that feeding on corpses grants you health and health regeneration, which is nice for, difficulty levels and configurations where you don't get health regeneration by default, or if it's too cold. So, it's nice to have. And that's going to be a wrap. Thus concludes our adventures in Markarth, at least for now. Next episode, we're going to come back and head east. We need to get back to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. And we also have to head back to Riften for the Book of Love quest. Until then, thank you all so much. Please like and subscribe. This has been Honestman, and me and Daenerys will see you next time.